G'day everyone, Jaimunji here for Metal Roos, and I am here today with the legend himself, the lead guitarist of Sepultura, Andreas Kisser. How are you today, my friend?
All good, man. Glad to be here talking to you and can't wait to be in Australia again.
I know it's been a little while since you last come down here. I know you guys are no stranger to playing, but I think it's getting close to 6 years now since the last time you guys came down. How's it feel?
So,
We're nearly there.
yeah, it's great. I mean, of course, we expected to be touring earlier than that, but the lockdown really delayed everything by 2 years, But I mean, the album Quadra was is really strong and kept us there. The album came out right before the lockdown, so the fans could buy the album, listen to the album. After 2 years, everybody knew the songs, and it made the concerts really connected. Because everybody knew the new stuff. Was not like a new release per se. And we are already almost 2 years now touring for the album, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
And we're gonna continue here celebrating 40 years of Sepultura and etc. So still a lot to cover with this Quadra tour. It's going to be amazing.
Is it a bit different? You did mention the album's been out because it came out February 2020 from memory. It's kind of weird touring for a new album, but everyone's been listening to this album for years now and knowing all the songs. How have you found the reception to the new songs live? I guess because everyone's pretty much got it memorized by this point.
Amazing, yeah. That's what I said. I mean, people singing the lyrics, they know where the lead's supposed to come in, and etc. All the details, and it makes the difference. Of course, people wanted to see how Eloy could do that, stuff on the drums and etc. And it's amazing. It fits so well with everything that Sepultura has done in the past in the live situation, the live set, because of course it was influenced by ourselves.
Yeah.
Father is influenced by everything that we did in the past with the twist of the present, but it is what Sepultura work all the elements of the thrash and the groove, the percussion, the melodies, the prog elements and the classical instruments. Everything is there. So it's something that fits together with everything we did,
Yeah.
and it's one of our momentums. That's why we are recording a live album.
Yeah.
The idea is to put out next year to celebrate 40 years of Sepultura, do an album with 40 songs with 40 different cities around the world. So we are already recorded the leg in Europe. We went to Indonesia and Singapore, recorded there as well. Now in Australia. So it's going to be a nice selection of the whole world, of specific songs in specific cities, and
Yeah.
uh, going to be something really cool to celebrate the 40 years, because we feel in our best momentum live. We are very tight. We are playing better than ever. We took away alcohol from our life, which was a big move for everyone. So we feel great. I mean, it's a great momentum to see Sepultura live. I mean, we are really connected there together and playing better than ever. So it feels good.
Which is amazing after 40 years as well. Like keeping it fresh, keeping the energy live is just such a unique thing as well. But how are you going? 40 songs for a 40 track live album. Have you kind of picked what you're going to be doing in Australia yet?
Dude, we are recording everything, recording the
Yeah.
whole show. Of course, we have on the set list, we have a place there. We're going to move some songs, because doing in like that, we're not really ransom of one or two gigs. So we
Yeah.
have so many songs and so many side B's and C's that we want to perform live and stuff. So we're going to build by parts. Of course, the first part now is Europe, Indonesia, Singapore, and Australia. So we're going to build around 10 songs, to see how it works, and then we're going to move from there, see
Yeah.
what songs are missing from the set. We have around like 50 to 52 songs as a plan.
Wow.
um, so we re-recorded a few, almost half already. But let's see. I mean, it's a performance. We have to listen. I already listened some stuff, making some notes and etc. And I think it's gonna be cool, man. And it's gonna be a live album like the old days, with no
Yeah.
DVD, no video, no fucking blogs backstage and stuff like that. It's like, I realized most of the albums I love, they were live. Like No
Mm.
Sleep Till Hammers, Live 1 and 2 from Kiss, and Made in Japan, Iron Maiden, and you name it. I mean, all those great live albums, and that's the atmosphere we want to bring. To
Yeah.
release digitally and only in vinyl in a big box set. It's going to be amazing with a lot of photos, a lot of pictures and stuff. And people have to imagine, like we did in the past. That's the magic of all. We're the magic. So
Yeah.
I think it could be a cool way to celebrate our 40-year anniversary with the fans all around the world playing our whole history.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. And speaking of playing live as well, because not only do you have a huge string of sideshows coming down for the Goodthings Festival, but I believe Goodthings is the first festival you've ever played in Australia. Like, what's the difference between playing these kind of, indoor settings to these huge open air kind of shows?
I love it. I mean, I love to be on stage.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter the size. Of course, the characteristics of being in a small place is amazing. It's hot. The people are very close by and stuff. But it's amazing for the festivals too, because not only you play for fans of Sepultura, but also people that never seen Sepultura before, which
Yeah.
is, it's a cool, interesting feeling, to play for the first time for a lot of people like that, And of course, the backstage, you meet people, the bands, and you make connections, you make collaborations. Who knows what can happen, So I think it's very exciting, this festival atmosphere, because you meet so many people, not only artists or musicians, but friends and the crew and in the press and friends that we made, during the tours and stuff. So it's great. And you're right, it's the first time that we're going to play a festival in Australia. And I'm very glad that it's such a diverse festival with such, different bands from different styles and stuff. And I'm very glad Sepultura is there, together with all of that, so it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, you definitely kind of fill out the balance. And like you said, it is such a wide festival. You got Japanese metal bands, you've got punk pop bands like Fall Out Boy, and then you got like legendary bands like yourself, Behemoth, like playing this festival. It really kind of is just this
Evil.
whole big bag. Yeah, exactly. You got to bring a little bit of evil to the festival. It can't all be good things. You've got to have some bad things, evil things in there as well. Do you have any fond memories of your trips down to Australia as well?
I always had a great time in Australia. I love the place. I love the country. In many ways, there's some Brazilian vibes. Because of the weather and stuff and beach. And but the crowd's amazing. We always had a great time. We had really good friends, and it's far,
A little
but
bit.
we're it's a long trip, and but we are always ready. We know what we're gonna face, but it's always worth it, man. It's an amazing place, and we always have great shows.
Yeah.
And since 1992, we visit Australia, and we had a great history with the Australian fans, and we're so happy we have this opportunity with the festival and doing our shows as well.
And it's crazy to think, like 1992, there are people that have been to that show in 1992 that are potentially bringing their kids now to see you. How's that go? You see the fans and you kind of see the people you recognize from years and years ago, and now they've got a little version of themselves next to you. How did that kind of, like, first time seeing that traveling, was it a bit surreal going, oh, there's the original fans and here's the next generation? I mean, how's that feeling? It's almost like being a proud dad up on stage, I imagine.
It feels that we did something right, I guess.
Yeah.
If a father wanna educate the kid with Sepultura, we did good.
Yeah.
And of course, I mean, our drummer was born in 1991. Eloy was. He was 1 year old when we were in Australia. Now he's the best drummer in the world, by far. With all the respect to all of it, all the rest, but Eloy's else, So it's cool to have that energy, that blood, not only on stage, but of these new generations, coming to see Sepultura for the first time together with their grandpa or uncle or father. It's awesome, and that's what metal is all about. That's what metal is all about. It's about family, not about number ones or charts and radio and all that stuff. It's about family. It's something more. I don't know.
It's connecting. It's connected. My first ever metal show, my dad took me to. And I will forever remember that experience.
The vinyl collection, the older brother or whatever, you know. So this is something very strong. No wonder heavy metal is the most popular style in the world. I mean, Sepultura visited 80 countries in 40 years almost, you know, and regardless of the politics or religion, heavy metal was there. You know, even in Iran, in places like that, which heavy metal is forbidden, people go to jail because they play guitars or power chords, you know, and they're still there. People making stuff and fighting for freedom, you know, through music. And metal is a symbol of freedom. You know, that's why some countries are so afraid of heavy metal, because it can really take the establishment, you know, and so it's something very truthful, and it's great to see that it is a family thing. You know, it's not like a marketing strategy or nothing like that. It's so real. I mean, Saxon played in Sao Paulo here last night, and I couldn't go because I was traveling. But dude, it was packed. Like you said, you know, different generations, a lot of kids watching Saxon for the first time together with their dads and stuff. You know, no fights, no stupid people trying to, you know, to steal somebody's woman or trying to fight jiu-jitsu or that stupid stuff. You know, people are pre-connected, very together. They want to be there celebrating metal, you know, and it's amazing.
And that's why you can do a tour that's 40 years of Sepultura, is because it's in the blood. Metal is more than just like a TikTok trend or something popular on YouTube or the radio. It really kind of is ground in our blood at the end of the day.
Definitely. And, you know, I mean, we're going to celebrate 40 years of a career, you know, so it's that it's really, you know, there's a story, there's a life there, you know, and once you start learning about, it's like, you know, with all those bands, you know, Maiden and Metallica and stuff, you go back and you learn how things started. It's very inspirational, you know. That's why we started our own band as well, you know.
And that's how it works. But mate, I cannot wait for you to come down here. Like I said, you guys are taking Australia by storm. Not only do you have all the 3 Goodthings shows, you've got 4 side shows as well. And if you're in Brisbane, you better buy a ticket to the side show, because Brisbane is sold out, with Sydney and Melbourne just about sell out as well. Huge shows. Mate, before I let you go today, is there anything you want to say to the fans just one last time before I let you go?
Sepul Nation from Australia, we love you. I love you. And I'm very happy to have this opportunity to be back. And we see you all there, right? Very soon.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Obrigado.
Cannot wait. Goodthings is coming up December. Get your tickets now. Side shows, links will be available below. Thank you for your time today, mate. Cannot wait to see you in a couple of weeks.
Cheers. Thank you.